That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Hey everybody, it is Dan Levine, Artistic Director of A.C.T. of Connecticut. I am coming to you today from Ridgefield, Connecticut, from our theater, A.C.T. of Connecticut. Today we are dark, which means there is nothing going on in the theater today, so you see a lot of empty seats. I am here on stage all by myself to let you know that here at A.C.T. of Connecticut, we have decided to create a little video blog series called Backstage at A.C.T. After the success of Mamma Mia, which was our very, very first production in our brand new state-of-the-art equity theater here in Ridgefield, Connecticut, it was so successful. We got incredible reviews. We extended our run by several performances. Totally sold out, standing room only audiences. It was just super, super exciting, but we got a lot of questions from audience members about how did you do that? Where did this cast come from? Where did this set come from? How did you, the props, the everything. And people really just had so many questions and don't really understand what it takes to put on a Broadway caliber production like Mamma Mia here at Ridgefield, Connecticut. Our next show is A.C.T., which I am super, super excited about. And so what we decided to do is to create this little video blog series where audiences will learn what it takes to put on a show like this. You'll meet some of the cast, you'll see some rehearsal, you will meet some of our designers, choreographers, scenic designers, lighting designers, sound designers, some of the band, and you will better understand what we are doing here at A.C.T. And just the incredible amount of effort and work it takes to bring this to Ridgefield and to our community. We love what we're doing, but we want our audiences to really understand the process and to feel a part of it. So again, this new video blog series is called Backstage at A.C.T. I will be updating it every couple of weeks and introducing you to new and exciting people. And again, you'll get a little backstage pass to A.C.T. Speaking of A.C.T., because Mamma Mia was so wildly successful and we extended our run for Mamma Mia, we decided to make A.C.T. a little bit longer. There are more shows for A.C.T., or more weeks, than there were in Mamma Mia. That being said, many of our shows for A.C.T. have already sold out. So if you haven't yet bought your tickets for A.C.T., please go to actofct.org to buy your tickets. I would hate it if you missed this spectacular show. The cast for A.C.T. is unbelievable. I mean, Mamma Mia was incredible. The people that, and because of the reputation now that we have after our first production, so many people auditioned for A.C.T. And it was so hard to sort of choose who was going to be in the show. But we did, and I cannot wait for Ridgefield and the surrounding communities to see this incredible cast that we have assembled. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to look spectacular. For those of you, I'll give you a little inside scoop right now, but then I'll be back over the next couple of weeks once we start rehearsals. We start rehearsals in just a couple of weeks, and then, of course, the show opens, I think, October 4th. For those of you that haven't been to A.C.T., here, let me switch the camera around. Do I know how to switch the camera around? I don't know that I know how to switch the... You see, I'm really not very tech savvy. I should probably have somebody do this for me. But anyhow, for those of you that haven't been to A.C.T. of Connecticut, we are a 180-seat theater here in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We are a small professional theater, Tier 5, which means that we are an equity theater, a union theater, a professional theater where we can hire fantastic Broadway talent. And one of the fun things about our theater is, I don't know if you can see this, so I'm on the edge, so here's the audience, and now I'm stepping off the stage. And do you see, let me do it, yep, you see this thing here? This is the outline of a turntable. Our stage here is a fully automated turntable, which means the stage rotates, the stage revolves. You can sort of see, you can see it right here. Which is a really cool thing. If you're looking at the theater right now, or the stage, and you saw Mamma Mia just a couple of weeks ago, you'll be like, wait, is that the same theater? What happens when a show closes, we have something called strike. And a strike is literally 5 minutes after the show closes, after a long run like Mamma Mia, which was like over a month, audience leaves the theater, and our crew, our technicians, we have a whole team of people come in and they strike the entire show. So anything that ever resembled Mamma Mia, a Greek island, is now gone, and now it's just back to our regular black stage. You don't see any of that amazing, the set that we had, the amazing tavernas, and the bedroom stuff, and all the props, and the sets, and the costumes, and the wigs, and the makeup, and everything. Really, it never even looked like Mamma Mia existed. So that's called strike. And so now what happens is we start loading in Evita. We have our set built off-site. We are dealing with all of the costumes and our props and our wigs and all of that. And by September 4th, which is our first day of rehearsal, this black stage, empty stage, will look like Argentina, and I cannot wait for that. Again, if you saw Mamma Mia, you felt like you were in a Greek island, on a Greek island, and if you come back to Evita, you will feel like you are in Argentina, and I'm totally psyched. Anyhow, I was talking about this turntable. It's a really, really cool thing. If you saw Mamma Mia, you know we used the turntable about a dozen times throughout Mamma Mia, and it was a really neat effect. For Evita, we have 26 turntable moves. 26 turntable moves, and it's really, really challenging and hard to figure out how to use the turntable. I mean, how to use the turntable in a show. So if we're dealing with a specific song, on what measure does the turntable start? At what speed does it go? At what distance does it have to go? Is it bringing big set pieces down to the front of the stage? Are people dancing on it? There's a lot of sort of math and physics involved. And timing, and it's a really, really neat thing. In a minute, I have Larry Morley, one of our technical supervisors here at A.C.T., coming to the theater to help me program or pre-program the turntable. For the past week or so, we have been pre-programming the turntable so that when we get into rehearsals September 4th, we will have all the turntable and the automation stuff set. It's very, very time-consuming to work a turntable, and to try to figure all of that out during rehearsal when we have actors here, that's really hard. So what we do is, part of our pre-production work is we spend some time in the theater when there are no actors, and we do the work that we need to do to prepare for them. So in a moment when Larry gets here, I will come back and I will have Larry turn the turntable on, and you will see how that works. Anyhow, the video blog again is called Backstage at A.C.T. Every couple weeks I will be here, and yeah, I hope that you find us. We are on, I don't really know how it works, but I think you'll find us on Facebook and other social media things. I also want to give a little plug to our next show. Of course, Evita is our next big production, which, as I mentioned, opens October 4th or 5th, I think. But our next show here is Broadway Unplugged. It is Brian Perry, our resident music supervisor. Brian is the conductor and the music director of Wicked on Broadway, and many other Broadway shows. He has created a new series called Broadway Unplugged, where Brian will be here on stage with a Broadway diva, a great Broadway star, and that great Broadway star will be singing songs from shows that he or she have been in. Brian will be interviewing her or him, and it's going to be really, really cool. It's just Brian at a piano with a fantastic Broadway singer. The first one we have is August 24th, I think it is. It's either the 24th or the 27th. Go on our website. And we have Brian interviewing Elizabeth Stanley. Elizabeth Stanley is the star of a new musical, which is coming to Broadway soon, Alanis Morissette's new musical called Jagged Little Pill, of which Brian Perry is the music director and conductor of. And so Brian and Elizabeth have been working closely together in Boston at ART, preparing for this show. And anyhow, she's going to be here, and it's really going to be a very, very cool night. It's just a one-night thing, Broadway Unplugged. And then, of course, Evita starts in October. So that's all I got right now. I will be back in just a few minutes to show you how the turntable works. And then, yeah, enjoy. See ya. Hey, it's Dan, and I am back. As I mentioned, Larry just arrived. Larry is up in the booth. You probably can't see him. He's helping with the turntable today, program it. And so I will show you how it works. All right, Larry, whenever you're ready. So I am staying planted, and you can see that I am being brought around on this sort of like Lazy Susan type of thing. The stage is essentially revolving, you see? Kind of cool. So So we just did one full rotation, and as I mentioned, in A.C.T we do 22 of those. It's a little more exciting in person. But that is all I got for today. I will be back over the next couple weeks, and I'll be introducing you to some very exciting people for our next production, A.C.T. And until then, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Joint on the corner where the big boys play.